Hey everyone, welcome to another video with me, Umber Rays, doing another video on this a couple weeks later. I've been kind of interested in doing more videos on this game. For anyone who doesn't know, or I guess see the title, this is about Princess Connect, a game that is published by Cygames that is kind of, a little bit auto-battler. It has some mini-games, events, and since then I've been streaming it a few times. Been kind of fun streaming it because I've been meeting some people who know more stuff than me, like checking out future events and like the little mini games that get added to this game. And I gotta say, the more time I spend in this game, the more excited I am to kind of spend time for it in the future, because there is, as I've gotten used to this, it's really neat to see that not only is my account progressing, but it's progressing at a really good rate. Like, there's a lot of games out there where sometimes it can feel like spend a lot of time, a lot of effort, and you actually don't get that much in return. And let me get this is a video where I'm not just going to talk about good things. I am critical of the games I play, like 99% of the time, even if I kind of keep it to myself. I'm always thinking about, stuff I like, stuff I don't like. And of course, a big feature being added to the game is clan battle, which is pretty exciting, because I've heard that this is a major part of the game where clan members will receive, including precious jewels, clan coins, and memory shards. So yeah, when I talked about this game a while ago, one of the things I was not super versed on was about long-term game content, what the farming was like in this game, what the good things and bad things of all of this was. I'm just gonna go through it. First of all, overall price of the game. Obviously, free game to play kind of thing, but optional purchases. In terms of what you get for your purchases, like taking a look at War of the Visions, a major game on my channel. Something to note about that game, you spend like close to $100 and you get like 2.5 pulls. Really, that's about it. That's all you get. You get a little bit more if there's like a double bonus, but double bonuses come and go, and when they aren't there, it feels, I think, way worse. This game, for about 100, you're getting about 5 pulls. I still think it's expensive, obviously, given, rates and everything and unluckiness and gotcha. But something to note is that there is something I really do like about this that Wotive does not have, which is the sparking system. For anybody who doesn't know, there are characters in this game that you just may not get, characters that you may want. For instance, this one, Makoto, who is really good for clan battle, a character that is incredibly long-term value. This is a character I don't have. I haven't been lucky enough to get her, but guess what? You can, if you get 145 shards of her, you can get the character. And yes, farming those shards will take time. Or, potentially like this character here, who I have 20 out of 145 in about 2 weeks. Not bad. Not the greatest progress, for sure. Farming these character shards can be found in different places, whether it's from dungeon-related stuff or, potentially hard quests, which hard quests don't always drop a shard. So that is a bit of a problem with it. But overall, I'm glad that this system does exist here, is it potentially gives you a chance to get characters over the long term that you like, that you may not just be lucky enough to get in gacha. And that's a good feature. That is a really good feature. One thing that I definitely do like as well is the sense of progression with characters. Nozomi was a character that I ended up getting at 3 stars, and since then I've been able to ascend her from 3 stars to 4 stars. It was my first unit to be able to do this, and it's a nice boost of stats and everything. Getting her to rank 7, which is the current highest amount of power I can get her to, basically. I felt a steady stream of progression. You do have to farm lots of pieces of equipment, but at the same time, again, like every day, I'm able to complete at least something and feel like, I can move on to something else. There's been like every day lately where I've been able to get a character to rank up. So I'm feeling a good amount of progression, even if, you know, something like this, these emerald earrings, which are normally just the one of the banes of my existence in this game, where you have to farm so many of them. I have been able to make progress through different areas of the game, and that is a really good, wonderful feeling. I am incredibly happy about that, and I'm recording this right as the date's about to roll over, so get ready to be kicked out at any moment. So yeah, character and progression, there is a lot of long-term progression that you can have with your characters. You can, like, farming their shards of your favorite character can take a good amount of time, but you can see progress. Some of them are way faster than others. Again, Nozomi, I needed like over 100 of hers, and I was able to get it within like a week and a half, basically. And I'm already working towards her getting to 5-star, which is great. It's fantastic. It feels really rewarding and productive. Same with the equipment thing. It is pretty easy to get the handle on it, and while a lot of units can use the same stuff, that does mean that farming for specific stuff, you can kind of get ahead once you have a good series of party. Basically, once you get some of these characters really equipped properly, guess what? The amount of farming drops in this game, and you are able to stock stuff up for the future and just kind of get long-term value out of your units, as some of these units, for instance, Jun here, who is a brand new character, is just rated really highly, still on the JP side 3 years later. That's great. I love to hear the fact that characters have a lot of long-term use. Negative point. We're just kind of going through this from left to right, and I'm going to speed up a little bit. Main story I think is generally fine. Don't have any problems with it. Character stories can definitely be a little cringy. Some of the girls come off as a little bit desperate, and it's obviously catering a little bit to the lonely thing, but I found a very simple solution. I just kind of skip it. I just hit the skip button, skip some of the stories. Some of them are entertaining, as to see, like, the characters do have personalities and do feel unique from some of the other ones. There is some cringe in there, but in all honesty, it's definitely not as high, and it's very ignorable if you want. So you just kind of hit the skip button and just go about, you know, using the characters and just kind of ignore that. It's not as cringy as some of the other stuff out there, but it is worth mentioning. There's that date change I was talking about. This is what happens when you're busy all day, and by the time you finally get around to record this video, well, guess what? Apple juice. Tasty. All right, continuing on. Guildhouse. Guildhouse is one of my favorite features of the game thus far because it's just adorable. The characters have a lot of animations. One of the things I hear about from other people is, you know, Genshin Impact. I hear a lot of positive things about the animations in that game, and yeah, there are some really good animations and interactions in that game, and I found that to be the case in this game too, where the characters do display their personality in here. They have interactions with the objects in the room. They have interactions with each other, which is kind of just fun. It's kind of fun to decorate these areas. You know, it's a little Animal Crossing. You get some more different stuff, like some really weird and fun stuff too. Thank you, Ray, for doing that right. The blue-haired girl is Ray, by the way. She's dressing up in a llama costume right now, or an alpaca costume, and just kind of dancing around and having fun. It's kind of fun just to hang out in here and, you know, potentially decorate, make your guild your own personal style and everything. There's lots of furniture. You can just, it's just kind of fun. It's kind of nice and relaxing. In terms of the gacha, my experience with the gacha has been good and bad, honestly. I got Jun really quickly, and I've ended up getting a good amount of characters at this point that I'm feeling generally okay. I'm kind of missing Makoto, and that's a big one. But overall, while I wouldn't say that the rates are anything to write home about, there is a pity system in this game, which is important to note. You get these normal gacha that gives you items, potentially character shards too. but there are character exchange points, and guess what? You can use 300 of these to trade for a character, and that is great. Pity system right from basically, week 1, week 2 is really nice to be seen, and I think that's just good to have in these games, especially if there's a character you like. You can potentially save up your resources. As you can see, I have 11,000 resources ready to go for a character that I've been potentially saving for, so that's great. I think all of that is generally good. The UI, for the most part, don't really have any problems with it. Kind of had a problem with my parties, as it's just been a little bit hidden from me. Other than that, Daily Grotto and Dungeon is fun to do. Arena is actually just rewarding for going up it. Main Quest has some good difficulty. I'm actually really impressed of the kind of increase that there has been in difficulty as I have continued through it, with chapter 5 starting to be the real spike, but definitely surmountable with lots of different characters, and I have enjoyed that. And there's still plenty of difficulty to be had, whether it's the dungeons, which I haven't completed yet, with more dungeons on the way, the hard quests that actually are quite hard, now that you mention it. And yeah, it's just it's a game that I can say that there are a few problems with. I don't think that the gacha rates are that amazing. I don't think that the pricing is that amazing in this game. But it is a game that I think has a lot of cuteness to it. It's pretty fun to just do the battle system in this game in lots of different modes. And we haven't even gotten to a lot of the best stuff. I wish I had some video or something to show you. But the mini games are just really above what I kind of expect. If any of the viewers who are watching at this point know Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force 3, you'll know kind of what I'm getting at by the fact that that game was essentially a card game, but also had a dodgeball game in it, which was tons of fun to play and actually had some real difficulty to it. And that's the kind of like mini games you'll see. Like, they are very different and weird and fun mini games, like tossing a character as far as you can, like Smash Bros. Home run style. I think all of that is really great and speaks to a fun game in the future. And events which are going to be starting up, and Clan Battle, which is going to be starting up soon. It's just, I think that this game has scaled very well in my opinion. I think it has some good value for mid-level and low-level spenders. I think it has, with its daily, like over 30 days, you get like a little bit every day kind of thing. Those are always generally pretty good. I think that you can build a successful account without having the best gacha luck and potentially get the characters you want over time. And I think there's just a lot of cuteness and some wholesomeness to some of the stuff in this game, which is nice, to say the least. Yeah, so, I mean, it's not perfect. There's cringe here. There's definitely cringe. I've seen the cringe. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I wasn't enjoying this game for a lot of different reasons. And so, yeah, if you're really super interested, check this game out, because I think there are a lot of fun, different characters in this. A lot of weird, quirky, sorry, not perky. Although some of the characters are perky, attitude-wise. Yeah, it's just a fun game, having a good time with it. Looking forward to seeing how it progresses in the near future, and I definitely recommend you guys try it if you're looking for something new and light to play. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and see you next time.